Hi, I'm Suzanne, and I'm going to show you Chakravarkrasana, which is basically a variation on the cat-cow exercise, moving into a balancing table. So to begin with, you want to measure yourself from hands and knees. So shoulders over wrists, knees under hips, and we're going to keep the knees and the feet parallel for this variation. So you just want to start up in a nice neutral tabletop position where you're not sagging down, but there's a little bit of energy and effort down into the hands and a little lift up away from the floor. So this is going to be the inhale. And then as you exhale, you guide the hips back, bend the elbows in toward the knees or toward each other, parallel, and bring the head down. Now you just go as far down as you can. Then on the inhale, we're going to come up rounded. So I'm going to come up with my spine rounded. My belly is lifted and I'm going to peel the elbows up. When my hips come over the knees, I'm going to lift my chest up. Exhale, bend the elbows, roll the belly back, hips to heels, elbows down. Inhaling, come up. Find that neutral table. Exhale and round, draw the belly in. Here's where the fun's going to start, next round. So again, one more just like this. Exhaling, round in, and then the next time I come up, as I come up, I'm going to try to extend my right arm and my left leg away from each other. It's kind of challenging, reaching long. Exhale, I bring them in as I'm shifting my hips back, bring it back down to the floor. Inhaling, round up, extend left arm, right leg. Exhale, bring it in. So because this is a more dynamic movement, it's going to challenge your body in a lot of different ways. And I don't expect that you'll probably be perfect at it, and that's totally fine. It's different from when you're coming into the static pose and just holding it. And there's benefits of doing it both ways. When you're doing the dynamic movements like this, your body is trying to figure out, like through the wobble, through the movement, how to stabilize your body. It's trying to figure out what you're asking of it. Whereas if you're holding it, you have the opportunity to find stability, and that's good too, right? So I'm going to do that on the next time I come up. I'm going to hold right arm, left leg, and try to figure it out. So this is how I would teach it, is I would stretch my left leg back and stabilize and level the hips and find the core and lift up. Then I'd float my right arm forward and try to find balance between the sides and then try to lift that back leg up. Doesn't have to go too high, just about as high as the hip. And I want my pelvis to be pretty level. I don't want to sag into the bottom shoulder. I want to lift up away from there and try to keep both shoulders square and evenly facing the floor, both hips facing the floor, and breathe. And reach the arm and the leg away from each other. Okay? So now that you've seen that, I'm going to go ahead and come on down and back, and then I'm going to float up into that and see if I can find it a little quicker now that I've done a few rounds. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and replace those down, and I'm going to build the other side. So stretch the right leg back, find my core lift, arms nice and straight and supported, lifting through the chest, widening through the collarbones, long through the neck. And then I'll float my left arm forward and float my right leg up. And again, you're looking for shoulders and hips to be fairly level. I don't know if I actually am, but it's a practice, right? And you're breathing, and you're trying to maintain it. This is also called Drunken table for a very good reason. It's hard to do, but it's really good for you because your body's figuring it out, either through the dynamic movement or the held movement. There's all kinds of benefit to be found here. So we'll go ahead and replace those down. I'll go back into my child's pose, and this time I'll round up as I extend the arm and the leg away from each other, reaching long. And then bringing it back in as I exhale and come down. Awesome. One more time on each side, flowing with the breath. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, rounding up, left arm, right leg. Exhale and bring it in. Awesome. And then so doing a few rounds like that can really help to build this dynamic integration between the right side and left sides of your body, the right side and left side of your brain. It's really great core work. So I highly encourage you to try that. Both variations are really nice. Work it into a flow of cat-cows if you'd like. Work it in as a part of a sequence. Play with it. See what you can do with it. And enjoy. It's fun. Thank you for watching. Take good care.